All right, so I'm going to cover the 13th invention, the two-part invention of Bach. So this one's a little faster, a little harder than like the first invention, just because it's a little faster. The stuff he does, I think, harmonically, melodically, isn't that much different or that much harder. It's just usually people play it a lot faster. So here's a little bit of it. And so on. Okay, so the thing to note, again, 16th notes we're going to play smooth, and 8th notes short. That's going to help separate the two hands, make them sound like they're two different things. So here, 8th note short, quarter notes long. Okay, and you're going to have this conversation between the two hands. Okay, the other thing you want to do is sing, sing, sing. Sing this stuff, especially the left hand. You can probably already sing the right hand after hearing me play it for some time. But can you play the right hand and sing the left hand? That's the trick, right? Bum ba ba da 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 ya da 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 ya da 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 da. If you can do that, then I promise you it will be easier. I don't care how bad your voice sounds. If it's way out of your range, sing it however you want. Whistle it, like whatever. You've got to get the sound in your head and your ears, because ultimately it's not about this. It's really about what's going on between your ears and then it coming out of your fingers. Your fingers are just a vehicle, right? If it's not going on upstairs, it's not going to happen in your fingers. Okay, harmonic rhythm. So this one, A minor, 5 chord. So about every beat. Da 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 dee 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 dee. Hey, he slows down. Now we only have 1 chord every 2 beats. A chord, right? Ah. D now. Okay, every 2 beats. Oh, now he's changing it though, right? Now it's a new chord, so and the chords correspond with the change of texture between 8th notes and 16th notes, right? So you saw left hand, 8th, 8th, now 16th. Okay? So when you come to the cadence, now main theme back in C major. So, harmonic rhythm, the closer they are together, the more intense it is. The further spread out they are, the more relaxed it feels, right? You can kind of feel that. Listen to that harmonic rhythm right from the beginning. Feel the intensity at the beginning, and then it kind of relaxes when he goes into this, the kind of this development bridge to get to C major. So listen to that. All right, can you hear that compression and expansion of the harmonic changes? Okay, so now we're in C major. Okay, no different. Same thing here. He's just developing this, but he's in major and he's going to work his way back to somewhere else, right? Maybe A minor. We don't know, right? Okay, so I wanted to talk about a little bit about a melodic device that Bach is using. So, right there, we call that an enclosure, like in jazz land, like bebop language, if you were a jazz improviser, right? You'll see like an enclosure. You're going to take a target note of a chord. So in this case, the target note, Bach wants to land on the downbeat on a B. So how is he going to get there? He's going to go below it. above it, and target it. And you'll see that a lot. Ah. Right there. Below, above, target. Right, and the notes that he does doesn't always match the chord. Like, they're quite dissonant, actually. C major, right? Yeah, so they don't always match the chord, but it's driven linearly through the harmony. It's not just chord, 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 chord. He's thinking, how am I going to approach these notes, and how am I going to get there? And I don't care if they sound a little crunchy, right? That the strength of the line is going to override, right, any dissonance that's going to happen with the chord, like vertically. Okay, so he's going through. Let's go back. We landed in A minor. Yeah, these are really crunchy. Make sure you can sing these, because like your hands are not going to want to play it if you think it sounds bad, right? Da 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 dee dee, da 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 da, da 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 da. Half step part, right? Da da. Right? Increase the harmonic intensity. Okay, we've landed at E, which is what? In A minor. It's the 5, right? We've gone to the 5. So sometimes you'll see in minor, they'll go to the relative major. He did that fairly quickly off the bat, and he's actually going to go to the 5. Okay. Diminished, right? We're on the home stretch here, so heightened intensity, this very strong chord. He's going to sequence through diminished chords. More diminished chords, right? And he finally lands. So you see that, but even in like Liszt, Schubert, Chopin, the diminished 7th chord is very vague, ambiguous. Because when you invert it, it's hard to tell what key you're in. Meaning, this C sharp diminished 7th chord, it could lead you here to D minor. If you invert it, it could lead you here to F minor. Alright? Because it's so vague and kind of unstable, they use that. If you want to get to any key, you can do it. If you want to get back to the original key you were at, he went to E minor. He's going to make it diminished, and he's going to go through a bunch of diminished 7th chords to get back to A minor. And that's what we get here, almost at the end here. Just like the beginning, except here. Like I've said before, when you have a change of texture. Right? 16th notes together in both hands, right? Much more intense than 8th notes in one, 16th in the other. So when they come together, you'll see that it's kind of a heightened point of the piece, a climactic point. Okay? And again, sing that left hand, because the left hand's going to be your weakest. Even if you're a left-handed person, you write with your left hand, I still think we naturally hear and gravitate towards the right hand. So make sure you sing that left hand. Ya da 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 da. Ya da 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 da. Yeah, that's kind of hard to sing because it's on a diminished harmony. These diminished intervals are kind of hard to sing. So work that out, sing that. I think you'll have a much easier time navigating that. I mean, the fingering's a little tricky, but I think harder than that is actually hearing it well. Okay, keep going. Now we've had that measure of 16th notes together. So this is interesting. He's not trading off now either. It's all eighth notes in the left hand for 2 measures. Pretty much, well, on the 5 chord. On the 1 chord. And now he's going to trade off for a little bit. Yeah. Sequence. Going up. Okay, to the home stretch. So you can see that this long line where he's not trading off, he's driving to the end. So phrase-wise, music-wise, that's what you're going to do. So look for those texture changes. Anyway, this is a fun piece. I love playing this. It's fun to play fast if you can work out the fingering and you don't get mixed up. So anyway, happy practicing that Bach invention.